Hey everybody, it's Friday, which means it's Feature Friday, which means I'm going to feature some of my favorite juggling videos I've seen this week so that you can follow and subscribe to those creators and have even more juggling in your awesome social media feeds, because we all need more epic juggling. So today I've got a great lineup for you. We've got a lot of great juggling. Before I jump into it, I want to take a second and thank everyone who's a member of my Patreon. Thank you so much for just that $2 a month. It really helps me out and it adds up and it helps me keep doing what I'm doing. Also, big thanks to Marvin Ong for helping me curate a lot of the videos that you see on this Feature Friday every week. Without his help, this would be a lot harder, so thank you, Marvin. He has an Instagram, go follow that. All right, our first juggler is Dominic. He's got a great Instagram with some really interesting stylistic things. Let's take a look at it. Just right off the bat, with these very cool knee bounces. And then it just goes into this continuous knee bounce, which is so much harder than it looks if you've ever tried to do that. And then he goes into another one with a more complicated sequence. What I really like about Dominic's style that really shines in this video is just his interesting knee bounces, obviously, but also the way that he chooses to transfer the balls from hand to hand in between those knee bounces. Like with that knee bounce, he'll bounce it, move a ball over, move another ball over, and then move a ball back and move a ball back, all while just continuously bouncing this ball on his knee. That's just so weird and creative, and I really like it. He has a lot of creative videos incorporating that same style, as well as just other interesting patterns, so go check out his Instagram. Great job, Dominic. Next up, we have one of my favorite jugglers, Kyle Johnson. If you don't know who Kyle Johnson is, you're in for a treat. This is kind of a weird video that he posted, but I really dug it, so I wanted to show it to you all. All right. He's got tennis rackets, simple enough. Instantly starting off with back crosses, which are not easy to do with clubs, let alone with really awkward tennis rackets. If you've ever tried to throw a tennis racket and spin it, it's much harder than it looks. They're weighted really strangely. They're not easy to control the spin of because of the aerodynamicness. It's a word. Hey, I recognize that trick. It's much harder with rackets. Right into 3-racket lazies, which I still can't quite do with clubs. Not consistently. 4 rackets with 4-racket flats. And then 5 rackets. Kyle, what the crap? I think this video perfectly sums up Kyle's abilities. It's the ability not only to look at an object and be creative with it, which he is very much known for, but also to juggle it with skillful execution, which is very difficult. So I really loved this video. Kyle posts a lot of content on his Instagram, and it is all gold. So go follow him. Okay, all right, cool. Next person. Our next juggler is named Kota. Again, I'm not good at pronunciation. He's very quickly becoming one of my favorite Instagrammers. I always look forward to his videos when he posts them, and he just posted this one and it blew me away, so let's take a look. What is happening in this video? I don't understand any of it, really, but I do know it's gorgeous. I love the way that it seems to exist high and then come low. So it goes high up here and then it comes down. Visually very satisfying, even though I have no idea what's going on. Just a great video all the way around. He posts a lot of great 3-ball juggling. Like I said, one of my new favorite Instagram accounts, so go give him a follow, check out more of those beautiful juggling videos, and yeah, show some support. Great job, Kota. Why do I even try? This person's name I can say. Next up we have Miguel. I know how to say that, even though I don't say it with the right accent, whatever. I actually have 2 videos from Miguel that I wanted to highlight, so let's take a look at this very first one. First off, you'll notice it's 1 ball, and yet it is so captivating and interesting. Miguel really knows how to move his body and incorporate that into juggling to make it interesting. And it really shows you that juggling isn't all about the throws or even the objects themselves. He puts a lot of thought and effort into how his arms are moving, how his legs are moving, how his body is moving, and he explores it in really unique ways that creates beautiful and sometimes slightly disturbing shapes that it just evokes a lot of emotion, this video, and I love it. And as a filmmaker, I really appreciate the video work in this, the starting wide and then getting close. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. I really love the part where his arms are like this. With that same idea in mind, I wanted to show you another one of Miguel's videos where he juggles 3 balls to kind of show you how you can still incorporate your body that much even with 3 balls, because he's really good at it. So here's the second video. He does some very fast, precise movements with the behind the neck, over the head, into some shoulder stuff and elbow stuff. It's very fast, and again, he's using those lines that his body's making. He ends with a very similar kind of warped type shape. If you watch my stuff, you know that I can't move like that, but it inspires me to try. And at the very least, I'm happy that I can watch somebody else move like that in a beautifully artistic way. Great job, Miguel. Go follow him on Instagram. He's fantastic. So every week I like to feature a more beginner or intermediate juggler who isn't necessarily in the elite best of the world, but it's still inspiring us with how much they're trying something new, because I think that's important, and I think we should encourage everyone in our community. So with that in mind, today's video is from Eric, where he is trying 4-ball Mills mess. So he says that he learned this trick yesterday. And there's part of me that's very proud that A, he learned from my tutorial, yes, and I'm really happy for him because he has learned an amazing trick, my favorite trick, in fact. But there's also a part of me that's a little bit jealous that he seems to have learned it so quickly. Look at how clean this 4-ball Mills mess is. It's not perfect, sure, but it's pretty dang good for just having learned that trick. He is well on his way to running that incredibly smoothly, and I'm a little jealous of that because it took me a really long time to learn 4-ball Mills. But all that joking ego stuff aside, seriously, don't compare yourself to anyone else. We shouldn't look at somebody and say, they learned it quicker than me, so that makes me not good. That's not true. Everyone learns at different speeds, and just be happy for anyone that you see doing something they love and making progress at it. I think it's awesome that Eric learned this trick, and I think it's awesome that he learned it so quickly, and I can't wait to see what other great tricks he learns. Great job, Eric. I'm sure we'll see 5-ball Mills from you, like, tomorrow. Next up, we have a slightly different video. This is kind of a weird one. This was posted by Brian, and it's, well, it's just, you'll see. It's, So if you aren't familiar with these little toys, these are things you can put on your desk and fidget with them back and forth. And Brian had some really big ones, and so he made a video with them. Look how satisfying and fun that looks. If I tried to do that, I would definitely break something. The leg weaves are so great. He makes these look so fun. Just having them life-size like that makes them feel so much more like a juggling prop, right? It's no longer like a fidget toy, it's a straight-up juggling prop. And he explores patterns in a way that really is like juggling. It's like juggling balls, except on angles. As a result, you can create not only like forward-backward motions, but you can also do diagonal and like create squares and shapes like that. And he just explores so many of those great shapes here, and it makes me want to play with them so bad. Oh my gosh, that's so cool! I bet that was the most satisfying experience, walking on these giant rolly toy tubes. Oh, this video makes me feel like a little kid. Even though he's doing a lot of artistic like exploration, it still just kind of feels like you're playing with giant toys, and I love it, and I want to play with them. I didn't show you the entire video, so really just go watch the entire thing. It'll make you smile. It really will. Last up, we have a very big one. We have one of the best juggling videos that has ever been made. So this was a giant collaboration concept started by Luis Sartori do Valle and Bogdan Ilu. I don't know how to say either of those names, but those two great people decided to get some of the best jugglers in the world to work together and make a 3-ball collaborative juggling video. And the result is beautiful. So this entire video is just 3 balls. It's 3 balls being juggled by the best jugglers all around the world in their own style. Sean and Kati doing their side-by-side juggling, pretty much the people who pioneered that, and here they are doing a beautiful pattern together. Seriously, some of the best jugglers in the world. What? Just in one video. It's like Christmas. It's a COVID Christmas. Wes Peden and Florence Hewitt just doing their beautiful things that they do. Not only is the juggling in this literally like the best, but one of the other things I really love about this video is the editing. The way they put so much thought into those transitions, that's really hard to do when you don't live together and you can't match things perfectly, and it's just really hard, and they just nailed it. The creators of this really made sure that it worked perfectly, and it does. I mean, so many of my juggling heroes in one video. What more could you ask for? One of the other great things about this is that you get to see all the different jugglers from all over the world, literally all over the world, in one video. They're in their homes, they're in their studios, living their lives, sharing this beautiful art with us. So this is my favorite transition. Ah, it's so good! I can't do it because I don't have that much style, but it's pretty dang great. And this is my favorite sequence too. I love her. Another one of my favorite jugglers. He is fantastic. Those yellow balls and that hair. And those hips. It's really hard to pick sequences in this that are my favorite, just because like they're all fantastic and unique in their own way. I shouldn't have to tell you, but definitely go watch this entire video. There's a link in the description. It's so beautiful. It will go down in history as one of the best juggling videos ever made, without a doubt. Not only with the juggling, but with the video and the presentation and the editing. It's just a beautiful work of art from all those jugglers and those creators that came up with that video, especially during this difficult time. This video really shows us that we're still all very much connected through this weird, strange, amazing little hobby. We're all jugglers. And that's awesome. Now that this video is over, please again go check all of those out. Like the original videos, follow the original creators, and help connect to this great community that we have. And make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you're not already. If you want to go the extra mile, you can become a member of my Otter Club on Patreon, where you get access to a lot of exclusive content that will not only help you learn, but also help me out. So it's only $2 a month. Go check that out if you're interested, and I'll see you next time. You wanna go on a walk? Oh my gosh. Use your words, is that a yes? Yes? You wanna go on a walk? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.